What's up guys, this is Eric from Beatsonic. Today we have a very special guest. It's the brand new 2024 Toyota Tacoma, and we're very excited to work on this car today and install our Encore Alpha plug-and-play amplifier. This is going to be the very first one that we installed on this vehicle. Super excited. We're going to go through the steps of how to install it. We'll also show you the difference it makes on this car. Specifically, this car is the model with factory JBL system. Our amplifier is compatible with both JBL and non-JBL. So whether you have this exact one or you have another one without JBL, the same exact amplifier Encore Alpha work with either or. The harness is the same, install plug and play, and our goal today is to find a good location to mount this and to show you how much difference it makes. So super excited, beautiful vehicle. So let's go inside the car and let's install this amplifier. All right guys, now that we're in the vehicle, let me go over some tools that we're going to be using today. So most importantly, make sure you have a good panel removal tool. Make sure it's plastic, and we're going to use a 10mm socket here with a power tool. You could use a ratchet if you don't have a power tool, and also a thick blanket or an old sweater that you could use to protect your panel when you pull the radio out. All right, so the first step we want to do is remove this panel here. So all you have to do is take a panel removal tool like this, bring it down here and just pry it up, and go ahead and put this aside. And that will expose the 4 10mm bolts that we're going to remove. Okay, actually, there's not that much room from here to up there. So in order to prevent hitting the front windshield, we're going to use a ratchet instead. Okay, and let's remove the other two. All right, so once that is out, we are ready to pull the screen out. Okay, just gently pull it towards here and it'll slide out towards the front. Okay, and just make sure you protect this area not to damage your interior. All right, so this radio is kind of big and heavy, and I don't want it to just hang out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just unplug all the connectors. Before you do so, depending on your trim, the occupied connectors may be different. So take a photo, observe, remember which connectors were occupied and which wasn't, so that when you're reconnecting, you don't forget to connect everything. So as you can see here, for this car, everything is connected except for this. There's one empty slot. So when we put everything back, we'll know that this plug was always empty. Okay, and when you're removing this, just push down on the release tab. Okay, and then pull on the connector. Don't pull on the wires because you might damage them. Just be very careful of that. Oh, my left hand's cramping. Oh, crap. Okay, and let's set this aside in a safe location. All right, now that we got that radio out, we have it's a bit easier to work with. All right, so it seems like there's a few different ways we could mount this. One way is to stick it over here on the right side, use some foam tape. Just make sure it's in securely before you put your radio in there, or else it will rattle. So it's kind of like this. You could use some foam tape so it doesn't move around. Okay, there, or it also looks like it'll fit on top of the radio, but because of this panel piece here, it might be difficult to put it in here. So I'll let you guys decide, but for us, I think we're going to mount it here. Okay, that's a good spot. So let me get my foam tape and then mount the amp like how you see it. But before we do that, we also need to tune the amp, make sure we have the setting that we like. Okay, so before we bring the radio back in, let's connect the harness on the car side. So the easy part here. It's the black connector. Okay, so we're gonna connect the black connector to our black connector, and the other side will connect back to the radio. And for this, there's two connectors that fits. Okay, so this one fits, and also this one fits. This one will not fit. Okay, so make sure you get the correct one. The correct one is this. Okay, it's this one here. This is the one. I'll confirm again later. It's the one that's right next to this black one here is where you're gonna connect. Make sure you don't make that mistake. If you connect it to the wrong connector, it's not gonna work. You might end up damaging something. So make sure you connect to the correct connector, okay? And you make sure you hear that click. So you gotta push it in pretty hard until you hear that click. And then this side will connect to the radio. Okay, let's start connecting these. So you do have to loosen one of these bolts on the side. These are 8mm. Another thing, just as a general rule, when you're working on your car like this, because you have so many exposed electronics, you want to make sure you're working in an environment where it's dust free, it's not windy, and there's not all these dust coming into your car, and also a very clean environment, because all it takes is one dust to go in there, you plug it in, and you could end up shorting things. So just make note of that. All right, so this is the factory side from our harness. And then we have this side of our harness as well, connects here. So this is where we're connecting our harness to. Do not connect to this side because it will also connect there. And if you do that, you may end up damaging or shorting something. Okay, and then let me slowly reconnect all the connectors so it won't throw any errors. And then let's test and tune the sound before we do the final confirmation, before we mount the amplifier. All right, looks like we have everything connected, and this was empty from the start. And one more down here, we almost forgot, don't forget this. So one small white connector, okay, this connects to the bottom of the radio. Like so. Make sure not to forget that. All right, let's turn on the car and let's test our sound. Look, you could use that as a wedding band. Huh? No, on Android Auto. Oh yeah. All right guys, so we went ahead and tuned it. So we kept the rear at 12 o'clock and the front, we went ahead and we put it at around 2 o'clock. Right there seems to be the sweet spot. Any higher than that, it just got really loud. So I thought this is good right here. So now that we did this, let me go ahead and organize the wires, cables. We'll add some foam tape and we'll mount it in that location that we specified earlier on the right side of the radio. All right, I'm gonna remove this again and then reinstall it. It makes me slippery because the screen is big and it's just a screen and it's very slippery.
It's unbalanced.
Yeah. Yeah. Find a spot where it won't rattle. Oh, I found it. Right there. It's in there, dude. Looks pretty good. All right, we found a good spot here. The connectors are facing up and it's not going anywhere. I'm trying to shake it. It's not moving, staying put. All right, next, let me grab my radio back again. And then let's reinstall this guy. We'll reverse order everything we just did, and that will conclude our installation. Oh yeah. Ta-da! Finished. All right, guys, so we just finished installing it. We got a preview of how it sounds, and it sounds pretty dang good. So let me do a comparison of before and after, and hopefully you'll be able to hear some of the difference that we actually hear in person. Might be a little difficult through the video, but we're gonna do our best. All right, so let's go ahead and show you the after.
My mind run deep in my thoughts when I didn't have it. Sleeping on the floor, wishing it was a mattress. Now I'm in Hollywood with actors and actresses, where everybody bougie, latest trends in fashion. My mind run deep in my thoughts when I didn't have it. Sleeping on the floor, wishing it was a mattress. Now I'm in Hollywood with actors and actresses, where everybody bougie, latest trends in fashion.
I heard man when I chat and chit. I come through like what's good, these wigs hit a split. Man better breeze and sprint, it's long if I choose to bite down on these pricks. X is a lyrical 4-4 and this, so make sure it's X that you wanna rally with. Oh, make a big man turn to the kid. Shout out skull when I slack up beats. I heard man when I chat and chit. I come through like what's good, these wigs hit a split. Man better breeze and sprint, it's long if I choose to bite down on these pricks. X is a lyrical 4-4 and this, so make sure it's X that you wanna rally with. Oh, make a big man turn to the kid. Shout out skull when I slack up beats.
Yo, get the speaker box loud, hitting that stuff till you hear that sound. the speaker box loud, hitting that stuff till you hear that sound.
Alright guys, well that does it. We just showed you how to install it. We showed you the before and after, and my gosh, what a difference it makes. It's pretty amazing at how much that small amplifier does to your sound system. And this car already comes with factory JBL, but it's just not as good as you would expect from a high power system. And just by installing our amplifier, it just makes a whole lot of difference. And once again, if you have the non-JBL, the same amplifier is also compatible. The installation is also exactly the same. All right guys, well that concludes our video today. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, or you can email us at info@beatsonicusa.com. And if you're ready to give this product a try, visit us at beatsonicusa.com. It's in stock guys, and we can ship it out right away. Thank you guys for watching. And one more thing, if you haven't yet, help us by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.